It is Mona. I'm in the craft room, and a lot of people seem to like the blended ink and resin project that I did, and I thought I would take it one step further and we'll do another little bit of an experiment. So we've used the ink and we've used the vellum in other projects. Now we're going to combine the two. And I have this musical note vellum, and I have this colorful butterfly vellum, and I haven't used the vellum with any kind of color in there. So I thought that would be fun, and I have my little jewelry mold. And remember, I have the links to all of these, you know, to the mold and to the resin, all on my website, craftclatch.com. Everything, you know, that I can find, I will link there. I'll look for the vellum. The vellum's a little hard to find. You can find that at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I think Joann's Fabric carries it too. So I've already cut my vellum, and I cut just a purple butterfly out of the one, and I'm going to put that one in there. And I have the musical notes for the other, and you want the dark side to go down. Now, I've already prepared my resin, and it's the Easy Cast. And the first thing we're going to do, if I can get this out of here, is we're going to pour a clear layer first. And it can be a very thin, clear layer, but we want to get it well enough to cover the bottom. And then what we're going to do is take our vellum, again, look for the dark side. You want the dark side down. And then you're going to want to kind of slide it in there. And take your stir stick and kind of push it down. I'm going to try to get this down all the way. If it doesn't go all the way, it doesn't matter. But I want to get the bubbles out from underneath. That's the really important part. Okay, and I'll do the same with the butterfly. I'll slide it down in there. And I'll press it down. That musical note, the bubbles came out pretty easily, and the butterfly is proving to be a little harder. But just keep working it. Eventually you'll get them all out. And maybe if I had trimmed it just a little bit smaller, it might have worked a little bit better too. So what I did is I cut another butterfly out, and now I cut the surrounding area off and did just the butterfly. And I also bent it a little bit so that it has a little bit of give, because I think that's the problem I'm having with this. The vellum doesn't really bend very well, and it's not allowing it to really do its thing. So I'm going to put a little bit more in this one. And then I will slide this one in. Okay, and then I will push it down. So now we'll just let all of that sit. I'll work on this one a little more. I don't know that I'll get it to work, but I'll try. And we'll be back in a while. I want to give it a minimum of a couple of hours, just to make sure it's all set before I put the next layer when we end up doing the ink colors, so that doesn't get down under anything. I've prepared some more resin. This stuff has been sitting for about 5 hours or so, 5 or 6 hours, so it's hard enough now for me to put the next layer of resin on. So I prepared that, and I'm gonna do like a little ink blending again. And all I've done is I've taken 1 capful of the resin, 1 capful of the hardener, because I don't need very much to fill these 3 up, and that should be plenty. And I'm going to do a pink, a red, a green, and a blue. And all I'm going to do is stick my stick in there, because I want this to be very subtle. I don't want it to be too deep of a color, and I'll do that with the other colors now as well. So I have the pink, I'll do the red, and then the green and the blue. Okay, I'm going to start with the red and the pink. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be too subtle there or not, but we will find out for sure. Now I'm going to do the same with the blue and the green. So I want them to kind of get to the same spot so I can start pouring at the same time. And then we're going to just let these sit. I'll run the lighter over it quick, and we'll come back in 12 hours, unmold them, and see what we got. I'm back to unmold the resin pieces. And what I do is I put these in the freezer for a little bit right before I'm going to unmold them for maybe 10 minutes, and they pop right out. So here they are. I'm going to show you the backs first. This is the pink and the red, and it's very subtle. You can see it, but it's very subtle. And there's the front, and I was able to get the bubbles out of this one. So that was a surprise, positive surprise. These didn't show up necessarily as well as I would have liked, but they still look nice. Here is the musical note one. And you can see the coloring there, and I really like the way that turned out. So I hope you like them, and I hope you experiment with different things with resin, and we'll see you next time. Happy crafting, and let me know if you like these or not. If you like them, throw me a thumbs up, and we will see you next time. Happy crafting.